The hell, let's start with Angel. Let's start with Angel because I haven't watched this yet, and I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh, here we go, right here. Angel's Law, an unstoppable force in motion, stays in motion, especially in the paint. Your team's about to learn physics the hard way. The team is 9-30. Oh, but the Sky is not.
The truth about Angel Reese's secret war with the Chicago Sky is so explosive that it's threatening to completely dismantle the entire franchise from the inside out. What I'm about to show you has been buried behind misleading headlines and celebratory social media posts for months. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why a team that won a championship just 4 years ago has been voted the single worst-run organization in the entire WNBA. Stay until the end, because the evidence I've uncovered of a locker room in open rebellion will blow your mind.
The Sky fans are blaming Tyler Marsh for Angel Reese losing the game at the free throw line and ruining the Chicago Sky's chances of really cutting the lead down to 1 and giving themselves a chance to keep playing and try to get an upset in Phoenix. Angel played a hell of a game, 15 points, 20 rebounds. We cannot poo-poo that. You definitely balled, but we got to get to this controversy. She choked the game away at the free throw line, and the fans are blaming.
The official story they want you to believe is that Angel Reese is a rebounding machine trapped on a bad team. They celebrate her double-doubles while ignoring the scoreboard. But what's really been happening behind closed doors is far more sinister. The Chicago Sky are sitting at an embarrassing 9-30, cemented as one of the worst teams in the league, a complete freefall from their 2021 championship glory. This isn't just a bad season, it's a masterclass in organizational dysfunction. And at the center of this basketball purgatory is a franchise cornerstone who appears to be actively planning her escape.
I need to give a shout out to Angel Reese. Angel Reese is just a workaholic. She just gets down to business. And I love that attitude of her.
What? Excuse me? Let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly. WNBA media is so desperate to make Angel Reese a huge star. Their level of desperation is so high. They want you to accept her so badly that they're actively celebrating failure?
Here's where it gets absolutely insane. While the media was distracted by her rebounding stats, Angel Reese dropped a cryptic bombshell on social media that exposed her true intentions. After hinting that teammates could be traded, she ended a post with the line, "P.S. Making decisions for yourself is a liberating feeling." This wasn't some vague inspirational quote. It was a calculated signal, a flare sent up for the entire league to see. It's the language of an escape artist, someone mentally checking out and confirming what her own fans already suspected. Angel Reese is done with Chicago.
Go.
Warning, the following footage contains an unstoppable force.
The pass. Stolen, Angel Reese.
A force in the paint.
This is what Angel does so well.
A force on the boards.
One of the most prolific rebounders our game has ever seen.
A force all over the court.
Dagger, Angel Reese.
Angel Reese is a force, and your team is a very movable object. Viewer discretion is advised.
That's just Angel being Angel.
Welcome to the W.
Come on now. You know that's false advertising. Y'all false advertising. Where's all the missed layups at? Where's all the offensive rebounds that get put back off?
What happened next still gives me chills, because it moved from subtle social media hints to outright shocking defiance. During a crucial moment in a game, with the coaching staff trying to rally the team, cameras caught Reese slapping a clipboard directly out of an assistant coach's hands during a timeout. The sound of the plastic cracking, the look of disbelief on the coach's face. It was a moment where the mask of professionalism didn't just slip, it was violently ripped away. This wasn't a heat-of-the-moment frustration, it was a stunning display of disrespect, revealing the deep toxic fracture between Reese and the very people paid to help her succeed.
We have Chicago Sky fans blaming Tyler Marsh for Angel Reese missing a free throw at the end of this game to keep the Chicago Sky within striking distance versus the Phoenix Mercury. She asked, do I miss this free throw or do I make it? The fans are saying that Tyler Marsh told her to miss this free throw. Tyler Marsh said the complete opposite. He threw her all the way under the bus. Let's stop playing games. He threw her all the way.
But wait, it gets worse. The disrespect for the coaching staff was just the tip of the iceberg. What cameras didn't fully capture was the brewing mutiny among her own teammates. Multiple sources and game tape analyses have revealed instances where Sky players have outright refused to pass Angel Reese the ball in the post, choosing instead to let the shot clock expire rather than feed her the basketball. The chemistry reached such a toxic low that veteran Elizabeth Williams had to publicly call out the team's turnover problems, a not-so-subtle shot at Reese's league-leading 4.7 turnovers per game, while Reese sat right beside her, completely silent. When your own teammates would rather take a violation than give you the ball, the locker room is already lost.
Sykes put out an Instagram post, and she ended it with like, P.S. It was something along the lines of like, P.S. taking things into your own hands. So basically, she made it clear she wanted out, like, that she either asked for a trade or demanded a trade. However, if you guys didn't see it, the end of it was like, obviously it was something like that. Angel Reese, heavy on the PS. Like, it does make it sound like, I mean this makes it sound like she is absolutely...
The tension finally boiled over in a game against the Phoenix Mercury, leading to a moment that exposed the entire broken system. At the free throw line with the game hanging in the balance, Reese missed a crucial shot. Fans immediately blamed the head coach, Tyler Marsh, claiming he must have told her to miss it intentionally for some strategic reason. But in the post-game press conference, Marsh didn't protect his star player. He threw her completely under the bus. He stated, "No, she asked if I wanted her to miss. I told her to make it, she just missed the free throw." In one sentence, he severed any notion of team unity, publicly isolating her and making it clear to the world that when it mattered most, she alone was responsible for the failure.
So Angel Reese, the most toxic player in all of basketball, is out here slapping clipboards out of her coaching staff's hand because she's so mad her team committed a foul in the crunch after she shot 15 free throws this game. This is the lowest of the low disrespect that you can show to your coaching staff. She trying to get y'all locked in, worried about the next play, and you so toxic with your terrible, awful attitude that you slap the clipboard out of her hand. Why do you guys hate Angel Reese so much? The Angel Reese hate is so forced. This is why.
Here's the part that nobody saw coming, but it explains everything. This pattern of behavior isn't new. It's a playbook she's run before. Critics have now labeled her the Queen of Quit, pointing to an identical strategy she used in college when she transferred from Maryland to LSU the moment things got tough. Now at the professional level, the second the Sky's season went completely off the rails, a mysterious back injury conveniently appeared. She began missing critical games during the most important stretch of the season, with the organization unable to provide any clear timeline for her return. It started to look less like a medical necessity and more like a strategic absence from a sinking ship, a move that insults the intelligence of the fans and the franchise.
A second, but just think about what Cynthia Cooper just said. She can't celebrate Angel Reese's accomplishments on the court because they don't exist. She can't celebrate the Chicago Bravado because they're arguably the worst team in the league. So WNBA media is trying to elevate Angel Reese and her dozens of aliases by complimenting her attitude? I don't give a shit about her attitude.
This next detail will change everything you think you know about her value. What happens when the Queen of Quit actually tries to force a trade and discovers her market value is a fraction of what she believes? League insiders have revealed that general managers are not just hesitant, they're actively avoiding her. She's a great rebounder, but her offensive limitations are glaring. She shoots a dismal 44% from the field, her turnover rate has nearly doubled, and advanced stats show the team plays better when she's not on the court. Those aren't numbers that create bidding wars. Those are the numbers of a negative asset, a player whose contract outweighs their contribution to winning.
I have a take on Angel Reese that I'm sure will trigger a bunch of people.
Let's hear your take.
But I think Angel Reese, and I'm saying this with my chest out, I think she's quit.
Man, as much as I want to disagree with Jason, man, but I gotta admit, I think you're right. And I want to disagree.
What I discovered next is how deep the deception runs. While Reese's on-court reality is one of inefficiency and team failure, WNBA media is desperately trying to sell a different story. They are so desperate to make her a star that they're actively celebrating failure, tweeting out player of the game graphics after blowout losses. They create highlight reels that are nothing short of false advertising, meticulously editing out the missed layups, the costly turnovers, and the moments of bad body language. They are trying to elevate her attitude and her dozens of aliases because they can't celebrate her actual accomplishments on the court because they don't exist.
Angel Reese got a double-double, and the Chicago Sky, of course, celebrated said double-double. They lost 79-69. But my goodness, that didn't stop them, of course, from putting out this tweet right here. Player of the game. I mean, last time I checked, player of the games are usually for the winning squad, of which nobody on their team was part of. But they put this out, player of the game. And as you can imagine, people did point out that they lost said contest.
The real problem isn't just her on-court performance, it's the baggage that front offices see right through. While the media builds the brand, smart organizations see the reality. They see the clipboard slap, they hear the reports of locker room toxicity, and they recognize the pattern of quitting when adversity hits. They don't trade valuable assets and draft picks for a potential locker room cancer, especially one who has never proven she can translate individual stats into team success. The uncomfortable truth is that in the circles that matter, Reese is seen as a stats accumulator, not a franchise player.
Angel, just in terms of the league base, you're in 11th in the table. The Mystics are ahead of you by 7 games. How much is the target to read in Washington?
What do the Mystics got to do anything?
Thank you, everyone. What will be next?
The chaos doesn't stop with the players. It started at the top. The Chicago Sky front office has been a revolving door of incompetence, cycling through 4 different head coaches in just 3 seasons. When they fired Teresa Weatherspoon, the very coach who specifically recruited Reese to Chicago, it was the first major red flag. Instead of seeing it as a sign of organizational instability, Reese's emotional social media response showed she took it personally, another sign of a player who prioritizes personal loyalty over professional results. She was then handed to Tyler Marsh, a coach who inherited a problem he had no power to solve.
And last year, when the Sky drafted Angel at number 7, they traded the swap rights to their 2026 first rounder to the Lynx in exchange for the number 7 pick. And then this past draft, they go back to the Minnesota Lynx and they get the number 11 pick from the Lynx in exchange for their 2026 pick outright. Now, this is insane, obviously, because the Minnesota Lynx were literally never going to draft Angel. I think that was pretty clear on that night, too. And then it's like, girl, did you think that you were going to be a better team than Connecticut, Jeff? Why did you think it was a wise idea to give away the swap rights and trade them?
The contrast with other young stars in the league is stark and embarrassing.
The document I found proves something disturbing about how this team was built from the very beginning. To even get the pick to draft Angel Reese, the Sky's general manager, Jeff Pegloka, made a series of baffling and disastrous trades. He traded away the swap rights to their 2026 first-round pick, then went back and traded the pick outright to Minnesota, just to move up for a player the Minnesota Lynx were never even going to draft. It was a move of pure desperation, mortgaging the franchise's entire future for a player who has delivered zero team success. It's a level of front office malpractice that has doomed the Sky for years to come.
You just never know. You just never know what's in players' minds, but this is what it seems like. That's the conclusion. That's a conclusion her own fans have jumped to that she wants out of Chicago. She said, P.S. Making decisions for yourself is a liberating feeling. And to be honest, it could be anything. It could literally just be her saying making decisions for yourself is a liberating feeling. It could have nothing to do with basketball. It could have to do with life. It could have to do with life. But it does. A lot of people are making the point that it sounds like she wants out of Chicago. And look, I wouldn't blame her.
The evidence was hiding in plain sight when you compare her to the other young stars in the league. While players like Caitlin Clark are breaking records and elevating their teams despite facing enormous pressure, intense media scrutiny, and relentless physical play, Reese's response to challenges has been to trademark her weaknesses and engage in social media feuds. Clark maintains her professionalism and focuses on improvement. Reese slaps clipboards, blames her coaches, and hints at her exit strategy. The difference in mentality, maturity, and leadership is not just glaring, it's the very definition of why one player elevates a franchise and the other sinks it.
You guys were down, plus Angel had the and-one opportunity. In that moment, was that a decision to have her miss, or just what was the thinking there in that scenario?
No, she asked if we wanted her to miss. I told her to make it. It would have only been a 1 or 2 point game. It'd been a one possession game anyway. So no, she just missed the free throw. It happens. So no.
She just missed the free throw. See that like y'all cannot just accept the fact the girl had a good game, 15 and 20, but when it mattered the most, she smoked it. She jagged it at the free throw line. It happens.
3 people knew the truth about her trade value, but only one talked. An insider revealed that the most telling indicator of Reese's real situation is the deafening silence from other teams. In a league where star players are rarely available, you would expect a frenzy of speculation. Instead, the reaction has been a complete void. This isn't just a lack of interest, it's an unspoken consensus among general managers. They're talking to each other, and the word is out, she is too much of a risk. Acquiring Angel Reese means inheriting all the problems Chicago is currently facing.
And ever since y'all drafted the worst basketball player of all time, y'all have missed the playoffs for 2 seasons in a row, man. Because the goofy-ass slob, all she cares about is stat padding. So her stupid-ass fan base just talks about her numbers. She doesn't play winning basketball. She's a fucking goofy. And this is all y'all gonna ever deal with, man. Being eliminated from the playoffs, goofies.
Everyone's talking about her desire to leave but missing the real terrifying story for her career. The ultimate irony is that if Reese forces her way out of Chicago, she may get exactly what she wants and discover it's a professional nightmare. She could end up on a team with a demanding veteran leader who won't tolerate her behavior, in a system where she's not the #1 option, with far less media attention and fewer marketing opportunities. The reality check would be brutal, exposing the fact that her massive brand was built on a foundation of losing. The Chicago Sky's position at the bottom of the league is more than just a bad season. It's a referendum on Angel Reese's entire brand of basketball. It's a verdict on her ability to be the type of player a championship organization can build around. And right now, that verdict is delivering a harsh reality she may not be ready to hear. She's not that player. Instead of grabbing the wheel to steer through the storm, her instinct is flight, not fight. Her threats to leave Chicago may be nothing more than empty bluster, because a robust market for her services simply may not exist at the level she expects. She may discover that being a big fish in a small dysfunctional pond was actually the best-case scenario for a player whose game has significant holes and whose attitude has become a cautionary tale for the entire league.